Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the story of my tattoo. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and follow my Instagram. The average age to get a tattoo is 18 years old, right? In some areas of the US and some countries, you are actually allowed to get a tattoo below 18 years old, as long as you have parental consent. In July 2021, I got my very first tattoo. It is infinity symbol with my birth year on it. 2004. I wasn't really crazy about the tattoo because it wasn't something that I chose. It was something that my sister chose. After thinking about what it means, I started comparing it to the things that happened in my life. First off, I didn't want it. I actually didn't want this tattoo. I learned that not everything lasts forever. I don't know why I got something that doesn't really mean anything to me, because I understand it. This was actually a really bad tattoo option. I don't really believe in things lasting forever. After everything I'd gone through when the pandemic happened and so on, a lot of things ended in a short period of time. I wish that I didn't get the tattoo. After everything that happened in my life, it didn't really lead up to the meaning of this tattoo. I don't really like it in general, to be honest, because I don't really like getting matching tattoos because I'm very picky when it comes to tattoos. And after this first one, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna swap it out for something different. What I'm gonna do probably next year when I get enough money, because tattoos are, pricey. It just doesn't add up to my life. It just doesn't. I'm probably gonna replace this with Roman numerals instead. When I first got the tattoo, I was actually tempted to get another one, and when I was at college, I was trying to get it. I couldn't find a tattoo shop that was nearby that had reasonable hours, and some of the best tattoos were farther away, and I didn't have a car, and I'm not gonna pay money to get an Uber to go to a tattoo shop. I don't really like this tattoo at all. I really don't. Probably would replace it with Roman numerals or something. Maybe add something to it, because it just doesn't really represent who I am nor my feelings. Don't get a tattoo that doesn't mean anything to you. Get a tattoo that means something in life or relates to you or your past or anything like that. If you get a tattoo and you don't like it, you just wasted your money. I didn't pay it. My mother did. And I was begging her not to let me get this, but I ended up getting it. She wanted me to. I think it was my sister's idea. I'm not gonna lie, I'm sorry, but this was actually the worst idea she has ever thought of, and she could have thought of something better. I'm gonna replace this with arrows. Arrows to me, it's not just the design. Maybe cross arrows, like bow and arrow, like an archery arrow. I don't know how I want it to look like, but maybe a cross arrow or a row of arrows. The reason why I want it to replace it, because I always had a hard time moving forward and getting stuck into the past. Growing up, I tend to be a pretty negative person because I have a hard time believing in positive things because of how different I was, and I also have a disability to thinking where my pace is extremely slow. I have a hard time trying to put pieces together in my head. If I learn something in a college course, depending on what it is, I have a hard time thinking about what something means and how it relates to this or that. But I don't feel guilty, to be honest, for removing it, because one, my life. Second, it doesn't make sense to get a tattoo that doesn't really mean anything to you. If you want a tattoo and you don't really know what you want, think about what something means a lot to you. If someone passed away, you would get something like their birth year or something that they love to dedicate their passing. I don't really like this. I don't like this tattoo at all. I'm gonna get it removed soon, probably the end of this year or next year. But by the time I get it removed, I'm gonna replace it with something else because I'm just not pleased with what I have. This is the worst idea that someone has ever come up for one specific person. Matching tattoos to me, it's not dumb, but You want to get something that actually has a meaning towards not only you, but to the people who want to get a tattoo with you. Because if you get something that doesn't mean anything to you, but they get something that means something to them, it's not going to add up and it won't make sense. And also, it's a waste of money. And like I said, I didn't pay for it, my mother did. When I first got this tattoo, I was actually tempted to get another one. When you get one tattoo, you're gonna want another. Some people would get one tattoo and be like, I don't want to get another, fine with what I have. This is like, sorry, kind of like addiction. My plan is to like, get this removed and replace it with something else. And then after that, maybe like a few months later, I'm thinking about getting a half sleeve tattoo, like on my forearm. And I'm thinking about getting something in my ear. I like ear tattoos a lot, or maybe behind it. I think I like it more in my ear. Maybe this ear. It depends on which ear, because both of my ears are slightly different from the other. I want to like get like maybe my birth year or symbol that means a lot to me, so that way I'll get that out of the way. I don't want like a lot of tattoos. I don't want to be tattooed like Justin Bieber or Post Malone or anything like that. That is my plan, and I'm not going to get them all at once, obviously, because one's a lot of money. Second, that just sounds like a very irresponsible thing to do. And when I first got this tattoo, it didn't hurt a lot. If you have a lot of fat in your skin, you're going to experience less pain when getting a tattoo. And my best friend told me this, and it makes a lot of sense too. The less fat you have, the more pain you're gonna feel. Some things are undoable in life, but when it comes to things like this, tattoos like this, depending on your decision, it's permanent unless you decide to get it removed. Tattoos stay forever. Depending on where you get it, like if you get it inside your fingers, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is actually a bad spot to get it in, because you're gonna be moving your fingers, your fingers may be sweating, and the sweat is actually gonna make the ink wear off. Make sure you get it in a place that is one, not so noticeable, two, not in a place where it's gonna fade away easily. You don't want to spend like $200 plus on a tattoo. Maybe less, maybe more, maybe for free, which I highly doubt, because there's rarely any tattoo artist where you can get a tattoo for free. I'm trying to find someone that I know that can do tattoos for free, but I don't really know anybody. I'm gonna find like maybe like a website where they either do like a very small price, or I can find like a free tattoo festival or something. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's what I want to talk to you guys about, because some things in life are undoable, and I don't want you guys to make a decision or make someone do something that you don't like. If it's like, it depends on what it is and who you're communicating with, because if it's your parents, depending on your age, if you are a minor like me, if you get something that you don't like, that shows that you did have the guts to tell the person how you feel. I wish that I told my mom I don't want to get the tattoo, because it's actually a good thing, because one, my mom would pay me less money, two, I could get a tattoo without my mom knowing, which is pretty reasonable and pretty normal for kids to do. Well, I'm an adult, so she doesn't have to know some of the actions I do. And three, it makes sense getting something for yourself that means a lot to you, because if you do something that you want, you're less likely to encounter with issues in the future than someone saying, we're gonna get this and this is what you're gonna have. But it doesn't make sense getting something that has no meaning to you. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, follow my Instagram. I'll see you guys next video. I am sorry that I have been inactive for quite a long time. I'll get back at it. Ciao.